Let's take a couple minutes and we'll walk through the HD radio tuner section on Pioneer's DEH-X5700HD. To get to the AM/FM HD radio, just press the source button until we see HD radio on the screen. Here we're on the HD radio, and the information displayed on the screen is we're on FM band number 1, the frequency is 89.3, and I know that we've tuned in an HD radio station because the system says it's on digital broadcast number 1. So to tune in a different channel, we can use the arrow keys. We can press the down button to go to a lower frequency, and the next available frequency appears on the screen. Or we can press and hold an arrow key to seek to the next strong radio station. And here we've tuned in 89.3, and it locks into its digital signal. Now, many HD radio stations also broadcast an HD2 and an HD3 channel with alternate programming. If I tune to the next available radio station up from 89.3, we get 89.3 D2, or its alternate broadcast channel. If there was a D3 channel, if we pressed up again, we would tune to the D3 channel. In this case, there's only a D2. So when we tune up one more frequency, we go to 89.5. Now when we go to tune back down, you'll see we go to 89.3 and the original HD1 broadcast. This system gives you 18 radio station presets for FM and 6 radio station presets for AM. Right now we're on FM band number 1, and we have 6 radio station presets. If I press the band button over here, I switch to FM2 and I get 6 more radio station presets. Press band again, I switch to FM3 with 6 more radio station presets for a total of 18 on FM. Press band again and we switch to the AM band and I get 6 radio station presets on AM. If I press band one more time, we come back around to our original FM number 1 and our original 6 radio station presets. So to create a radio station preset, all I have to do is tune in a radio station and then press and hold one of the radio station presets. So I'll make 92.9 Digital Broadcast 1 my radio station preset number 1. Press and hold there until the 1 stops flashing on the screen, and we have created that as preset number 1. Now if I tune up to the next digital station, digital 2, I can make that one of my radio station presets as well. We'll make that preset number 3. Press and hold until the 3 stops flashing, and that made 92.9 D2 as preset number 3. Let's take a look at the function menu on the HD radio system. So right now we're on the HD radio source. Let's press in on the volume control, and we're going to roll along until we find the function menu here. Here's the function menu, and we'll press enter. We're going to start off with our HD Seek mode. Right now HD Seek is turned off. If we press in on the volume control, we can switch it on. And this means when we press and hold the arrow button here, we are only going to seek to HD radio stations or digital broadcasts. If you also want to seek analog broadcasts, you're going to want to switch this off. We'll roll over to our next setting, which is blend. Right now blend is on. We can also turn the blend off. For right now we will switch blend on, and what blend means is when we pass through an area of weak or strong HD radio broadcasts, the system will automatically blend in the analog broadcast as well. So if you start to hear a sound that almost sounds like skipping from an old CD, but on the radio, you're hearing that blending function. If you don't like that, you can turn the blending off and only tune in analog broadcasts. We'll roll over now to the next setting, which is active radio. Right now active radio is switched on. We can also switch the active radio setting off right here. We'll switch it on for right now. What active radio means with HD radio is when we're on any source, auxiliary, CD, USB, or on the radio, if there is an emergency alert broadcast, the system will switch to the HD radio and you will hear that emergency alert. If you want to switch this off, just touch in on the volume control and you can switch your active radio system off. For right now, we'll keep that turned on and roll over to our next setting, which is BSM, or Best Stations Memory, on FM band number 1. What BSM will do is scan through the entire FM spectrum and lock in the 6 strongest radio stations that you're listening to right now, that are available to you right now. This is great for a road trip. When you're rolling down the road, the radio stations become weak. You can hit the BSM function and lock in 6 strong signals. BSM works on all 3 FM bands and the AM band. Let's go back into our settings here and to our function menu and roll over to our next setting, which is our local settings, and right now local is turned off. And I can touch in on the volume control to switch local on to level number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Touch it one more time and local then switches off. What the local setting means is when I touch the arrow key here and seek to the next radio frequency, or press and hold for a moment to find the next strong station. With local turned off, the radio will stop on every noise on the dial, even the very weakest radio stations. If I switch local on to level number 1, now we begin to filter out the weak radio stations and only stop on the stronger stations. When we go up to level number 4, only the very strongest radio stations available will be found with the seek function. And we'll roll over to our next setting, which is back around to our HD seek method. At any time, you can exit this menu by pressing the band button.